So knowing that these tools are there in the first place, so it's been a bit of an eye-opener for me today. I'm like, woohoo, can't wait, kind of thing. But then it's
so it'd be really interesting to see how we might fare with this question about what you could automate within the PMO and what's holding you back. That's the question that we want to try and just get some little insights from about what you could automate. It's always a good one to understand in other people's worlds what's possible, what they'd like to do. So what we're going to do is use annotate. We've not used annotate yet on the afternoon thing, so we wanted to just capture, i.e. graffiti on this. What could we automate?
And it's interesting for the reporting chasing ones, because when you've got, I think, things like timesheet chasing, for example, most timesheeting systems will have a kind of chase email, but what you can do with this is actually have it something far more customized, far more tailored, that goes out as if it is from the analyst. It's a lot more personal. It's got a real person behind it rather than an automated system, or something that feels like an automated system message. And you can actually use it to set to do levels of escalation. So if it notes, actually, I've already chased that once, I've already chased that twice, you could have an escalation chart behind it. Say, right, actually, first time I'm just sending you a friendly reminder, next one I'm going to CC the manager in there, so you can sort of add those things into it as well. What else we got? What do we have from the other rooms? Anybody want to share one from their room out loud?
we didn't really talk about what we would automate. It was more around what we haven't done and why we haven't done it to date.
The what's holding us back one. So what is holding us back from doing this in our PMO teams?
So knowing that these tools are there in the first place, so it's been a bit of an eye-opener for me today. I'm like, woohoo, can't wait, kind of thing. But then it's getting the time to, invest some time into doing this thing, and having the confidence that when you have automated it, is the data actually correct. So you're gonna have to get comfortable with using the tooling. Then there's the whole, what tools do we use? Will it work for everybody? So is it user friendly and compatible with everybody in the business? How complex that information is, and which ties back with, are we comfortable with that the data is correct? And some people have already, so there are a couple of people who have already automated some things in terms of reporting, so using Power BI and things of that nature.
Okay, great.
So a lot of it just understanding what's out there and then how to use it. There was a question from Simon about Power Automate. So I've not got much experience with Power Automate. If you wanted to know more about that, Nicole Riley's a regular one. I'm not sure if she's on today, but she's probably a good person to talk to, has played around with more than me. My understanding of it is, firstly, it works very well on desktop, so sort of local to you, whereas actually with things like with more well-rounded RPA tools, you've got that ability to access a lot of the back-end systems more directly. Probably a bigger one for me when I did look at some of that suite is that it was it works amazingly well with Office 365 and with the Microsoft environment. It's not so strong on when you try and get out of that environment. So the moment you start trying to engage with Linux systems, the moment that you're starting to play around in SAP, for example, you suddenly find you find it an awful lot harder. So that's my experience. But this is one where you're going to have to play around and experimenting yourselves.